Hello. All right, can we give a huge round of applause and welcome Mr. Martin? There you go.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I hope, as I am the UK's Green Poet, I'm very concerned about you all being environmentally friendly today. I hope you haven't come here using a car. So, here are all the ways that you can travel without using a car. Take away carbon. Take a step, take a stride, take a unicycle ride, take a horse that likes the turf, take a board to ride the surf, take a pogo, take a hop, take a long jump, take a bop, take a rowboat, walk a lane, take the tube, take the train, take an elephant, take a mule, take a camel to your school, take a buggy, take a pram, take a donkey, take a tram, take a troika, take a sled, take a trolley, roll a bed, take a team of husky dogs, woof. Take a set of rolling logs, take a jog, take an amble, take a jog, take a ramble, take a skateboard, take a bike, take a saunter, take a hike, take a ghost ship, trike or scooter, take a go-kart and a hooter, take a wagon, take a tandem, take a route you end at random, take a kayak or canoe, take a ski or take snowshoes, take a punt, take a sail, take a glider, go by rail, go by rail, go by rail, go by rail, go by rail. Take a wheelchair, take a cart, take a butt-fired super fart, take a hang glide from a loft, take sedan chairs, take a trot, take a sleepwalk, take a prom, take a rickshaw from Hong Kong, take a snowboard, take a trek, take some stilts, take a pumpkin coach with fairies. Take a milk float from the dairies. Take a pair of roller skates. Take piggybacks on all your mates. Take journeys that don't use a car. Take stock if you should go that far. Take heed when traveling here and there. Make choices that will save our air. Thank you. If I had to choose a car, what kind of car would I choose? If I had to choose a car, from Bangalore to Panama, from Canada to Kandahar, from Dhofar to your local bar, they're talking about the greenest car. Mums, dads, grandmas, grandpapas, in LA, London, Zanzibar, whether poor or superstars, are green with envy for the car. What is this car? I hear you say. Would you like the exposé? The buzz is stop-start fuel consumption, lithium-ion battery function, brake energy regeneration, aerodynamic calibration. The engine runs on rotten eggs, tea and cappuccino dregs. Its bumpers, they're made of hay. The specs say that it is fold away. The dashboard features deer detection and badger warning light protection. Cat sat-nav is in the deal. No more meows from beneath the wheels. Even hedgehogs, hares and toads are lining up along the roads. They've read in What Green Car Is That? About the frog-hog anti-splat. Also included in the price, the Save a Pheasant scan device. And for any wildlife hitch or glitch, flick the pelt prevention switch. So, with all the who and all the ha, the posts, the tweets, the blogs, the blah, I'd say this model's best by far if I had to choose a car. I'm going to take you on now to talk about energy. So I know that all of you have got solar energy, haven't you? Yeah. But what about creating your own energy from poo? Because there are communities around the world that create their own energy from human poo or from animal poo. So in Bristol, where I come from, we have some buses on the number 2 route that are all fueled by biogas made from human poo. Okay? So, if you want to make your own poo, listen very carefully now. If you want to make your own energy from poo when you get home today, make sure that you ask your mum or your dad or ask your teacher to help you, because it gets really messy. Okay? But here's how to make your own energy from animal poo. And at the end of this poem, I want you to do the poo power salute like this. Poo power, can you do that? Louder, 1, 2, 3. Poo power, yes. Okay, here we go. Poo power. In India's green and pleasant land, find a field that's close at hand. Choose a cud-chewing herd of cows that has no toilet training vows. Wait until they've finished tea. Collect their dung and all their pee. Stick the cowpats in a tank. Hold your breath, 'cause it smells mank. Put a lid on firm and tight. Stir the slurry every night. Heat it up to 55 degrees until well curdled and sludgy. Whistle a time-passing sweet refrain as bacterial bugs create methane, which, as you know, is biogas your cows have made from eating grass. So now you solve the mooted question of anaerobic tank digestion, a fancy name for making fuel not from crude oil, but from a poo. So entertain your friends for hours, turning poo into power. Poo power! So, when I've been talking about poo power, I got to thinking about the universe, and I thought, well, statistics tell us that there are thousands of galaxies out there, thousands of planets, and if that is the case, there must be a planet that is made out of poo. And if there is a planet that is made out of poo, it must be called Planet Poo. Okay? So here's my poem, Planet Poo. In a far-away galaxy, is a planet made of poo. Its bleak terrain is black and brown with lighter patches too. It's in constellation laxivity, a distant constellation, but how the planet came to be provokes much conversation, like, whose original poo was it anyway? Some say it was a single poo that inflated as it grew. Some say that it expanded from big bangs in someone's loo. The planet's weather, gusty winds with showers of yellow rain, which the alien poo peeps process with the sewage in their drains. The slippery, sludgy mess they make provides the planet's power. Their one-stop energy advice: use the toilet twice an hour. The poo peeps shovel poo each day until the end of business spell, and if the poo piles reach their armpits, they know the dig went well. And when the final mound of planet poo glistens in the setting sun, the poo peeps rest their weary heads. They're glad the day's work's done. Okay, now, one of the charities that I work with in the UK is a charity called Frank Water. And Frank Water supply sanitation and safe, clean water to quite a number of communities in India. So this poem really I wrote for my charity Frank Water, and it's really about those communities that don't have toilets and they don't have proper sanitation. So what would we do if we didn't have a proper toilet in our house. This is called, if my house had no toilet, what would I do? If my house had no toilet, what would I do? Where would I go for a pee or a poo? Out in the garden, out in the woods, or out in a field with my bum in the mud? If my school had no toilet, what would I do? Where would I fart if there weren't any loos? In the school playground? In the school hall? Wearing a nappy would be no good at all. If my house had no taps, what would I do? How would I brew tea, boil an egg or make stew? Where would I wash? Where would I shower? How would I water the houseplants and flowers? If my school had no taps, what would I do? How would I clean hands sticky with glue? How would I clean paint off tables and chairs? Or the food from my lunchbox out of my hair? With no toilets and taps, I'd be like you, searching for somewhere to pee and to poo. I'd find dirty water found in a river. That would upset my stomach and liver. But with toilets and taps, you'd be like me, with a great place to wash, shower, fart, poo and pee. I'd love that to happen, as it's not right or fair that my house has two loos and you have nowhere. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to move on now to talking about, I know it's an issue that you all think about every day in Bangalore, and it's one that really concerns me, litter and recycling. Getting rid of our litter and putting it in the right places. Could we move on a little bit? Yeah. Rubbish poems is where we're going. Okay, so let's have a look at this poem. Next one. Bin Twister. Okay, I want you to have a go at doing this tongue twister with me. Here we go. Blue bin, green bin, brown bin, black bin, green bin, blue bin, black bin, brown bin, black bin, brown bin, green bin, blue bin, brown bin, black bin, blue bin, green bin. Okay, this is a handy little tongue twister so that when you're sorting out your rubbish and when you're sorting out your litter, you can say this tongue twister as you're sorting it out. Here we go. After three, join me with it. 1, 2, 3. Blue bin, green bin, brown bin, black bin, green bin, blue bin, black bin, brown bin, black bin, brown bin, green bin, blue bin, brown bin, black bin, blue bin, green bin. Did you get it? All right. What we're going to do now is we're going to see whether it's going to be easier for you or harder for you. So here's the next one. Next slide, please. Bin twister twisted. Okay, let's have a look at it. Next one, please. Slide. Okay, so this time I've changed all the colors of the text, okay? So some of you will find it very difficult, but some of you that are neurally wired in a particular way will still find it possible. Here we go. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Blue bin, green bin, brown bin, black bin, green bin, blue bin, black bin, brown bin, black bin, brown bin, green bin, blue bin, brown bin, black bin, blue bin, green bin. Okay? So you can find that tongue twister in my book, Verse for the Earth, if you want to try it later. Okay, let's move on. Green teen stuff. Has any of you got any brothers or sisters that are teenagers? Okay. Have you got any teenagers who are green teenagers, who are greenagers, who are into the environment? Anybody? Yeah? Good. Okay. So this is going to be called Green Teen. I'm the greenest teenager I know. I green polish the nails on my toes. In the loos at lunchtime, I spray tan my skin lime, and there's plenty of green up my nose. My eyelashes are olive and fake, and I wear my jade earrings at break. My fluorescent extensions got me in detention. How much can a greenager take? What am I expected to do if the school uniform's blue? Guess they'll send home a letter that my green sweater isn't the regular hue. Why on earth shouldn't I show my personal take on eco? Don't they get what I mean about being green? I'm the greenest teenager I know. What about friends? How many of you have got any friends? Okay. And I'm hoping that your friends are good friends. So here's a poem called Friends. Friends come in every shape and size, with different noses, lips and eyes. Some are muscly, some are thin, some have different coloured skins. Friends dress in what you might not wear. Some hide or decorate their hair. Some are boring, some are freaky, some are sporty, some are geeky. Friends are rich and friends are poor. Some want more and more and more. Some are born with such a lot, some are pleased with what they've got. Friends walk off or hang around. Some are lost and some are found. Some are old and some are new. Some will want to stay with you. Friends can often call you names or turn on you to take the blame. That can drive you round the bend. They're the fiends amongst your friends. Friends can show emotions too when they're down and feeling blue. You'll have to go the extra mile to cheer them up and make them smile. Friends have opposing points of view. Some think the opposite to you. Some will argue, some will fuss, some will sit down to discuss. Friends can be false and can be true. Avoid the ones that lie to you. Don't choose those that cause you strife. They won't be your friends for life. Sometimes friends fall out with a mate. Some friends forgive, some friends don't, some come back, and some just won't. Some friends are bothered, some don't care about the earth's land, sea, and air. Some friends don't want wars to cease. Some friends work for ways to peace. So, whether friends are good or bad, at least there's maybe comfort to be had that friends in our society come in such an odd variety. How about, we're going to move on now to shopping. Who likes shopping? Yeah? Okay. Here is a poem called What You've Got. What You've Got. You could go out and buy a lot at a megastore or shop, from a site on the net or a magazine you get. I've no idea what you choose amongst the items you peruse. You might check out computer games, something trendy for your room, slim laptop with the latest spec, a gadget here, a gadget there, 3 outfits you might like to wear, perhaps a pair of running shoes, a smartphone, skateboard or a bike, loads of music that you like, attractive junk and gorgeous tat, a plastic this, a plastic that, worn as a trinket or a fad, something that will entertain, gold or silver on a chain. Of course it's cool to buy brand new and go for many, not for few, then dash back to the next department store and purchase more from every floor. You certainly must buy a bag to carry all the stuff you have. And when you've left the shopping zone with all your money quickly blown and all you bought is now back home, sit and chill with all you own. You could go out and buy a lot, or you could stick with what you've got. It was my birthday yesterday. Thank you. But you know what? One of the gifts I have to say was not my type or style or thing. But left in its original wrapping, I gave it to my best friend Sue for her dinner party do. I didn't know she didn't like, or that she gifted it to Mike, who had one similar at home, so passed it on to mate Jerome, who gave it not a second look as it was not a comic book, but a leave-in present it would make for a party round at Jake's. But no, the design and colour didn't thrill, so Jake awarded it to Jill as a prize in a quiz game. But her opinion was the same. She took it round to neighbour Trace. Here's something for your brand new place. But Trace had got another plan. She saved it for her sister Fran. And that was me. Suffice to say, I got it back on Christmas Day. It must have saved folks lots of pounds doing the regifting rounds. Okay, we're going to move on to another section now. Next one, please. Hello, Green Endangered. Yes, thank you. And the next poem is going to be Living on the Hedgehog. Okay. Do you have hedgehogs here in India? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say hedgehog? So, hedgehog, small little creature with very prickly spikes on it that rolls up into a ball. In the UK, we've got a big problem with hedgehogs because we've only got probably 20 years left for hedgehogs. They can't survive anymore in their habitats because we are building solid fences in our gardens, we're building concrete paving, we're building garage ports, and they have nowhere for their nests, okay? So this one is called Living on the Edge Hog. Living on the Edge Hog. I'm living on the edge, I'm an on the edge hog, looking for a home in a random pile of logs. And where's the hedge gone that was once around this field? I used to go hang out there for an insect snack or meal. And what about the garden that used to be my nest? It's now garages and carports. I'm so not impressed. All I get to do round here is roll into a ball. I'd roll away from everything. I can't take it all since my dad's a 2D hedgehog squashed by a 4x4. My mum, she ate a poison slug and now she is no more. My brother found his way back home, fenced off by wood and wire. My sister's place is ashes now, gone in a garden fire. My uncle, he's flat meat. My aunt's a tarmac stain. My cousin's under concrete. My mate drowned in a drain. And me, I'm on the precipice. I'm living on the line. It's like walking on a tightrope. I'm running out of time. I know I seem quite spiky, but I'm spiked up with emotion. We'll all be gone in 20 years without some hog devotion. I'm a nervy, edgy hedgehog living on the edge. I'm an on the edge hog who'd be better in a hedge. Okay, moving on to talk about some other endangered species now. Of course, you know how endangered tigers are and that there are probably about 3,500 or 4,000 tigers left in the world. But of course, we've got lots of these captive breeding schemes now, so hopefully, when you have all grown up, there'll be many more tigers on the streets of Bangalore. That'll be amazing, won't it? So, here we go. Tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, where are you? Lying low or lost from view? Faint ghostly stripes flash through the night. Black gold, black gold, black gold, white. Tiger, tiger, once burned bright in poems and forests of the night, where tracks and paths felt pad of paw. Now there's no marker of your claw. Tiger, tiger's jeweled eyes meet hunter's guns. That's no surprise, for your fur, your bones, your skin are hunted for weird medicine. Tiger, tiger, torn apart, they've taken what was once your heart, that which made you stalk and stride in the forests of the wild. Tiger, tiger, where are you, one of the black and golden few? Your burning colours of the night have been switched off like a light. Tiger, tiger, it's insane, 3,000 big cats now remain. Oh, one of black and golden hue, where will you hide? What will you do? Tiger, tiger, burning bright, gone from forests of the night. Who will listen to your plight? Tiger, tiger, out of sight. Okay, let's move on. Still in our endangered section. 5 more minutes, okay. Let's move on to the who's holding the ball, please. Look at the yeah, thanks. This is a beautiful ball that was made by the students here. I didn't bring my own with me, but my own is in England. It looks exactly like this. This is what children in Africa use as their footballs. They take a plastic bag, put newspaper in it, wrap the bag around the newspaper, wrap string around that, then put it in another plastic bag. So it might take about 50 plastic bags, say, to make a football like this. And this one is called Who's Holding the Ball? Who's holding the ball? The pitch was once green, pristine and green, until, to the roar of the crowd, from out of the tunnel came humankind's team, a frightening formation of billions of players with one aim in mind: to control the ball. The whistle was blown, the boots hit the ball, kicked it around, ripped up the turf. The team tackled hard one on another. Possession, their tactic, keeping the ball firm at their feet where they felt it belonged. Half time. Now, imagine the world as a football in play, with the stud prints of commerce, consumption, pollution, exploitation, and greed stamped on the ball, visible logos of overlooked fouls. While the whistle is blown at the end of the match, there'll be no extra minutes of injury time. The ball is deflated, punctured below in Antarctica's air, and further atop at the North Pole. What should we do then? What shall we do? Oh, send for a ref, or David Beckham, or Rio Ferdinand to penalty shoot it out into space, where it might even land on a planetary world, where an alien race will pick up the ball for its football museum's soccer exhibit. And they might even say, this once was Earth, in a match score that ended humanity ununited 1, Earth 0. We're going to move on now to the final poem today, and I need you to join in this one. Can we travel around the world in 80 green ways, in 80 environmentally friendly ways? Yes, let's try it. Let's try it. Listen carefully now because I need you to participate. Think for a minute or an hour. Can you travel with green power? Why not go around the Earth with an idea from this verse? To sledge across the Arctic ice, construct a bobsleigh sled device, ride Scotland's Loch Ness on your bike and the Monster, if you like. Crossing London, it's not scary. On a milk float from the dairy, take the tube, march with a bound, walk upside down on your hands. Maybe you should take a tram along the streets of Amsterdam. Got a wheelchair, now's your chance, wheelie to the south of France. Hoop dance, arms, legs, hips, ankles, waist, gyrate to Switzerland with haste. Slide down glaciers on your back, ski the Alps in anoraks. Somersaults on trampolines to parts of Poland you've not seen. Paddleboard to sunny Spain. For Madrid, take the train. Why not take 1,000,000 ferries to wing you on to the Canaries? Then a kite surf via Gibraltar onto Algiers, bound for Malta. And with your walking boots from home, hike to Venice, Florence, Rome. Make a mobile toilet pan, flush your way to not Japan, Milan. Aladdin's magic carpet ride or a Greek god's giant stride could earn you thousands of air miles and land you on the Grecian Isles. Jump in a fairground dodgem car, ride round in circles where you are, see if you can find a way to scooter Russia in a day. Think of the Olympic Games to best describe your journey aims. Pole vault to central Kazakhstan, shot put your body to not Japan, Taiwan. Build an origami ship for your Japanese sailing trip. Pump up your poolside mattress gear, Lilo float to South Korea. From east to west, that won't take long. First hire a rickshaw from Hong Kong. Windsurf on planks with old bin liners, raft the southern coast of China. Here's another travel plan. Monkey swing to not Japan, Vietnam. Moonwalk, pogo, leap or hop until you end up in Bangkok. Unicycle if you can to the kingdom of no, Bhutan. Trot through Tibet on a yak, piggy on a Sherpa's back. Fly a broomstick to Nepal. Jog through India's Taj Mahal. Take an elephant from Delhi, Bolly dance Mumbai in your wellies. Go by wheelbarrow, stretch your pram overland to the Oman. Float on a breeze-blown bed of leaves that drops you off on the Maldives. You must balloon to Zanzibar, across the plains of Africa, sleepwalk through the Cameroon, camel-ride Sahara's dunes, parkour the buildings of Dubai, free climb the ones that are sky high, inflate and fart explode your jeans, end up on the Philippines. Hover on a hurricane that sweeps you to New Zealand's plains. Crawl through a pothole that might reach South Australia's Bondi Beach. Make a bungee jump or two. Land on a llama in Peru. Ballon like a ballerina. Tango on to Argentina. Why not join a circus troupe? Tightrope walk to Guadeloupe. Trapeze the rainforests of Brazil, clown walk, Rio's carnival. Months in a dinghy pulling oars might get you to El Salvador. Tap, skip, shuffle and tiptoe all the way to Mexico. Want to see the coast of Cuba? Go by ghost ship, swim or scuba. In Jamaica, take it slow. Choose a beachside pedalo. Write on a pavement with white chalk. All you'll sightsee in New York. Skateboard all the USA. Ollie, San Francisco Bay. Board a pterodactyl flight. Stop over in LA one night. Carve the waves of the Pacific on a surfboard. It's terrific. Canada is worth a view. Explore the rivers in canoes. Ascend the Rocky Mountain range on a moose for a change. I know it sounds a little daft, but why not take an alien craft? Its engines run on solar power. Orbit the Earth in half an hour. Or how about a giant jumping bean to keep your travel squeaky clean? Or invent a time machine. Go forwards, back, and in between. So, as you travel here and there, give a thought about our air, and for what it's really worth, travel green to save the Earth. Hey, let's have an eco-caper. Get a pen, computer, paper, write your green journey poem today around the world in 90 ways. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Say a big thank you to Mr. Martin before you leave. Louder as you can. And a round of applause. Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.